Not well since you listen to the show, but follow my page. Of course, I've been putting out live videos. I'm going to cover some of the stuff that was going on over the holiday Thanksgiving break. I know I got my fill of food. Hope you all got yours. Yo, Ange, did you get your fill?
I got a plate exactly. Thanks, fam.
A plate exactly. Okay,
Thanks, fam. Love you.
That's good enough. So I'm gonna run over some things that have obviously happened over the past 2 weeks or so, and some new things on the horizon, of course. And we're gonna kick things off with boxing, as I usually do. But Ange, don't we got an announcement first?
We do have an announcement. As you all know, listeners, that the Score on Air has a weekly prize. A weekly prize.
Yeah, weekly prize.
Prize off that we do here, and as you know, we are announcing the winner. And today we're announcing that Jared Hunter is the winner for a Driven T-shirt and sunglasses. Make sure that you get in contact with Score on Air. Our number is 614-641.
0674.
Thank you for that rebound. And make sure you call in and let us know when you can come pick up your awesome gifts, your awesome prizes. You're the winner, Mr. Hunter.
Congratulations
Jared Hunter.
to Jared Hunter.
Go Jared Hunter. Woo!
For being this week's winner.
Yes.
Again, if you want to be a winner, always listen every week.
And every Monday, follow on like us on Facebook. Every Monday we'll have a new
prize.
Yeah, prize.
New prize, new giveaway. Listen to Score on Air. And, of course, listen to my show, Tyson's Punchout, for the winner announcement. If you've won. Ha-ha. So now you got to listen.
Yep. Stakes are set.
In the first segment. There you go.
We'll be calling you, Mr. Hunter.
All right, Mr. Hunter. And, again, congratulations.
Congrats.
All right, and we're just going to kick it off. Like I said, in boxing, we had 2 weeks ago, Andre Ward versus Sergey Kovalev. What an epic fight. And I'm just going to get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Woo! What a fight. I mean, Andre Ward, I was worried. I was worried for the size and the killing onslaught that Kovalev can bring. And he was showing that in those first few rounds. He flash knocked down Ward. And it looks like Kovalev's power was getting to him. It was getting to him for a bit. But then, but Ward's very good at adversity. He came back and put a game plan together, and he just started working the inside of Kovalev, which he seemed to deal with. Now, he won by Ward did win by 12-round unanimous decision for Kovalev's IBF, WBA, and WBO light heavyweight titles. So he is the new champion. Kovalev, of course, felt like he thinks he was robbed by American politics. He thought he lost because, he's not American. And come on, dude. Like, I mean, I watched the fight, and I don't care where a fighter's from. Hey, my favorite fighter fighting right now is Conor McGregor. He's not American. He's from Ireland.
Woo!
Dublin, Ireland. So there you go. And I'm an American, so there you go. It doesn't matter. And I'm mixed. He's Caucasian. There you go. So we're not going to play the country game there.
Blame game.
Yeah, the blame game. There you go. Nice recovery. I was trying something different, but that makes more sense what you said. Ward thinks he's just kind of, he's whining because he basically, and what I agree with watching the fight, he exposed Kovalev. Exposed him as being a range fighter, and he can't deal with somebody that's great on the inside, and that's what Ward did. He exposed him. And I think, Kovalev should take. I mean, of course, that was his first loss. They're both two undefeated fighters, so this is Kovalev's first loss. So I mean, anybody's going to take their first loss. Not going to take it too good.
Right.
And especially if you feel like you got robbed, and you didn't get beat. If you got your first loss and you didn't get beat, you didn't get TKO'd, wasn't knocked out or anything like that. So you're going to feel that way, especially if you feel like you were robbed. It was a very close fight. It was a close fight, but I still gave more rounds to Ward than I totally agree. I usually do not agree with the judges' scorecard, but I definitely agree with the 114 Ward thing. I don't know what that was. 114, 113. Unanimous decision. That's how close it was, obviously, by a point on all three judges' scorecard. But Kovalev should just take this as a gift or a just take it as what it is. Yeah, you lost, but take it as a lesson learned. Now you know where your weakness is. Being an inside fighter, or not being an inside fighter, or being that your weakness is from somebody fighting you very good on the inside. Because he's a long range fighter, even though he comes in for the kill. So I think he should just, save the wine with his cheese and just.
And that's my favorite kind of wine.
Yeah, no, just red, hopefully, because obviously.
Yes, Merlot.
Yeah, but will make me go buy some wine when I get out of here. And obviously, last weekend, the man, Vasily Lomachenko versus Nicholas Walters. This guy isn't real. He's not real. Like the way he fights is just like, it's crazy. The way he makes guys look amateur, like they do not belong in the ring with him. Walters was no slouch. He was an undefeated fighter too. Now he had a long layoff, and last time he fought was probably a year ago, and he fought to a draw, but he was still undefeated. No excuses, but that it can always play a factor, especially when you're stepping in the ring with a beast like Lomachenko. And I called it. It watched my fate because, like I said, I didn't have a show last week because of the Thanksgiving break. But I did do a Facebook Live, and I called the fight. I said anywhere between the 4 to 6 round. It actually ended TKO at the end of the 7th. Walters quit on the stool. And this is the thing about that fight. Wasn't by, he was just beating him bloody. His face was swollen up. He was cut. He was bleeding from his nose, bleeding from his mouth, swellings, nothing, no eye closing. He was just, God, I can't even say what I really want to say. He got outclassed. He just got outclassed. It was just, and he just looked at it like, now I understand as a paying pay-per-view customer or someone in attendance, when somebody quits like that, you're going to be a little PO'd. You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute, I pay good money for you guys to go at it and go all 12 rounds. And he just quit on the stool in the 7th. But you got to understand, you're not the fighter in there. And he just, from me, knowing the fighter aspect, and then there's the fan me, there's the fighter aspect me. From the fighter aspect, I understand that if somebody's just outclass you and at every turn, you absolutely can't get nothing off, and everything he throws is just hitting you. And he probably knew, he's eventually going, he's like, watch it, I'm just being embarrassed. He's like, I'm not, I think, to be honest with you, I think it was no mas too. I think it was just a matter of like, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of just beating me the way you are right now. I'm like, no, I'm just quitting. I'm quitting. I'm just going to. Now anybody that fights though, Walter, now he might have a hard time getting a fight now, or anybody that fights him is going to try to expose him like, oh, he has no heart. But then again, like, nobody else is Lomachenko. This guy. This guy is. As has been stated, looks like he's fighting out of the Matrix. And this is one of the greatest things about his talent. One of the greatest things. This guy does not spar. He doesn't spar with anybody. His skill comes from strictly focus mitts and hitting the heavy bag. That is it. And, obviously the other boxing drills. But, he does not spar with anybody, and he is that great. It's crazy. Like, that's crazy how somebody can be with no kind of simulation of fighting. Like I said, anybody, even if you're not, if some of my listeners, you're just a WWE fan, if you're just an MMA fan, I'm telling you, just as a combat sports fan, just watch highlights of this guy. Ridiculous how good this guy is. Now, shots were fired by Rigondeaux, Guillermo Rigondeaux, because of, the comment of Lomachenko looked like he's somebody in the Matrix. Rigondeaux tweeted that, I never heard anybody say that about Floyd or Crawford. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but man, look, and that's the fight I want to see next with Lomachenko. I want to see him and Rigondeaux. That's a super fight at that. I'm going to pick that up. Finish up that just a little bit more when we come back from our first break. Welcome back again from the long holiday break here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio here on scoreonair.com. Make sure you keep on tuning in. It's probably a early break, right?
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mochu to Cluj to Apahita, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085, and add on the memo line bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
We know that Columbus, Ohio was discovered back in 1812. We know it's the 15th largest city in the country. Did you know that Columbus has grown to be one of the most exciting cities in the United States? Experience theater, sports, music, family fun, and more. It's time for you to experience Columbus. Take the family to a theater show at the Garden Theater or the Columbus Performing Arts Center. Show team spirit at a Crew soccer game, Blue Jackets hockey game, or cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Want to see some live music? Head downtown to see a live music show at the Columbus Commons. You could also see your favorite performers at the LC Pavilion or the Newport. Don't get me started on the places to eat. Impress your date and grab a meal at the high-class restaurant in the Short North. Play, stay, dine, and explore all right here in the capital city. For more details, log on to ExperienceColumbus.com. Turn your experience into a lifelong memory.
Come out and join us at Flavor 91 for their grand opening. Flavor 91 is located at 5186 East Main Street, Whitehall, Ohio. Flavor 91 is a burger bistro and offers such beverages as beer and wine. Again, the grand opening is September 15, 2016 at 1 p.m. 5186 East Main Street, Whitehall, Ohio. Join us at Flavor 91.
Join former Buckeye Roy Hall and the Driven Foundation Saturday, December 17th at Moeller Elementary School for the 8th Annual Holiday Food Outreach Event.
A good linebacker is seeking out the running back. He's not waiting for the running back to run him over to come to him. He is seeking out the running back. But so many times in life, we wait for things to come to us. It's not a priority for us to give every single moment of our lives. See, no matter what you're doing, you should always be giving.
Make a $25 donation that will feed a family for 1 week. Log on to staydriven.org today.
Get the sports you want, when you want. Broadcasting all day and night. You're home for the latest sports news and updates. You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
everybody. Welcome back to Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio here on ScoreOnAir.com. The only combat show here on Score On Air. Make sure you download the what app?
The TuneIn app.
The TuneIn app.
And the YouTube app if you don't have it.
Yeah, the YouTube app as well, too. I don't know why you would have your YouTube app. You can watch us streaming live on Score On Air Live.
Well, they can have the YouTube Red app if they want to add you as a playlist.
There you go. Thank you for the plug there. And also, of course, that's Mr. James Ham over from Hill and Face. You're probably just listening to him. He is every Monday and Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Make sure you check them out on all things professional wrestling. And, of course, make sure you also listen on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Tyson's Punchout. Stream it there as well, too. All right, and I just wanted to finish the last boxing thing I was talking about with Lomachenko and Rigondeaux. That's the super fight I want to see. That should be what's next. They're both under HBO, but God, politics. There's been a potential talk of Pacquiao next for Lomachenko. Meeting somewhere at a catchweight, I believe 140 pounds would be the ideal weight. That's an ideal fight for Lomachenko. But I want to see Pacquiao fight Crawford first. And then maybe Lomachenko. So who knows? Or maybe Lomachenko could fight Crawford. Never know. But God, just make that fight, please. Lomachenko and Rigondeaux. I just want a boxing excellence fight. And that would can I get that? That'd be a technical mess. Matrix versus what's another just plug-in universe besides the Matrix that you just plug into?
Hackers?
I guess. I don't know.
Super Mario?
I don't know. Just that versus that, whatever. All right, anyway, so kicking over to the MMA side of things. Oh, man. Shots fired on the Conor McGregor side of things, man.
Of course.
It was just announced that he got his boxing license in the state of California this week.
Right.
That was clearly shots fired at Floyd Mayweather Jr.
So right now, the ball's in Floyd's court at this point.
Yeah, now his advisor, Ellenberger, who's the CEO of the Money Team, Mayweather Promotions, has said that fight will never happen.
Money talks.
I mean, to me, it's just like you have to respond to this because now you're being backed into the corner just like you were with Pacquiao. You were. Because it's like...
And if you don't take the fight, people might say you're dodging them. Are you afraid of them?
Exactly. Just like it didn't happen with the Pacquiao thing. I mean, I was just like, look, I respected Mayweather for what he's done in the ring, what he brought to the sport, how he's getting fighters paid, what he did for himself. But it also hurt because now it's like, oh, I can do what I want. You know what I mean? Fighters are more reserved with, I want to retain my record and get more money. Now, I understand as a fighter getting more money because these guys are putting their lives on the line when they step in the ring. So they should be paid pretty handsome sums of money.
Well, as we're talking about McGregor and Mayweather, Maglianani, one of the boxers, he says he'll knock McGregor's beard off. He's like he's done nothing but disrespected boxing and needs to be taught a lesson.
God,
I mean, if you're not going to get Mayweather fight,
be a decent fight. Now that's something we could say. If Mayweather wouldn't obviously take there's too much money to be left on the table. This would trump Pacquiao and Mayweather. I'm sorry, Mayweather Pacquiao, but hey, the Maypac numbers by far. I guarantee you, if Conor McGregor and Mayweather fought, this would do 3 million buys easy.
Yeah,
it would do 3 million buys easy. And Conor's just like, pay me my $100 million. I think he would even settle for anywhere between 80 and 100. I think he would. I would.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
You're set for life at that point.
Set for life. He doesn't. And this is the thing, I think, with the whole Conor thing. If Conor does go over to boxing, and he gets that Mayweather fight, I don't think he's coming back to MMA.
No.
I don't think he will. He'll retire.
He'll go to WWE or something.
Exactly. He'll go to I think he'll do that because he's already his advisor on his team, whoever runs his team, Conor McGregor's team, has already said, "Hey, we're open for it. Throw us a number. Throw us some numbers, and we'll do something for the right price. Work with them." I mean, and Conor would just fit right at home.
He'd fit well with the promo ability, but the boys in the locker room, it'd be hard to kind of
But again, you have to make room because, and again, Vince McMahon's going to tell you to do it.
But it's the fact of how he would fit in, but with the boys, basically he didn't take bumps. He didn't earn his way in. At least Brock started with amateur wrestling.
The Rock too, because some people resent Rock coming back. But you gotta understand, this guy built the house you guys are standing on right now. You know what I mean? Like guys like him, Stone Cold, the Click.
Rock did earn his way by doing bumps early in his career.
Yeah. I'm just saying because guys still have resentment towards it, but you can't deny what this guy brings. Because this is my thing. Anytime I understand how that comes from the boys in the locker room feeling like, oh, these part-timers coming in taking a slot.
I think if McGregor comes in, he's a full-time.
Connor comes in, he does, like a celebrity come in, takes a spot. You got to understand, these guys bring a whole world of eyeballs to you, and you can understand they might get you a fan. They might watch the show, because they might be watching the show just for that celebrity, that person, whatever it is. And they watch it, and they see your match, and they go, huh. And you know how I'm going to say that? Because that's what happened with me. I was a fan of Mike Tyson. With Mike Tyson, now I watched it obviously growing up, and I watched, but I'm talking about
it was that crossover.
I'm
moment.
talking about fan hooked from then to right now. When Mike Tyson came over there during the Attitude Era with DX and everything, that was all over news when he pushed Stone Cold. I was like, I'm hooked. I'm watching this. Mike Tyson's a part of it because this is right after he bit Holyfield's ear.
Right.
I was like, Mike Tyson's a part of this. I'm watching this. This is great. Again, right there, you got a fan hooked for life now because of that crossover appeal. Was Mike Tyson a full time? No. But he brought a set of eyeballs.
Well, Mayweather wasn't a full-timer.
Neither was he. But I'm sure he brought some fans over.
But the thing with McGregor, he can come in and be accepted, but he can be the ego on the microphone. But when he comes into the locker room, he'll have to tone the ego down a little bit.
That's why I don't think he'll be full-time.
Only because they'll look at him and say, you haven't earned anything in this business to come and say, I want this.
That's why he won't be full-time because McGregor's not going to hit the road.
He's a WrestleMania spectacle.
Yeah, he's a spectacle. He's not going to be a full-timer because, first of all, he's already, he's young. He's getting his money. He's getting out the game. He's not going to be on the road like wrestlers. No way.
He's not going to do 362 days a year.
No, that's not happening. So he'll come in. He'll do a main, just like Ronda. He'll come in, do a spot. He may even do a match. Like I said, depending on what the money is. I think
depending
the money
and the situation they put him in.
Because if they put him just in maybe like something Ronda did, okay, he might get like $2-5 million somewhere in there. You know what I mean? If not more. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would like to see McGregor, if he doesn't want to wrestle, be a manager, be a hype man for one of these wrestlers.
That'd be pretty good. But just veering back over again, so this is shots fired, obviously, at Mayweather. To take the bite of, hey, I mean, now people are like, it's in California. It's still getting the ball. You know why it's being done. It's getting the ball. I'm sure he can get one in Nevada.
But he's already said he don't want to fight in Vegas.
Exactly. That's what it is. So it's a matter of. But that's the thing. They can't do this in Vegas because the fight of this magnitude is going to need to seat a lot of people. I said Cowboy Stadium.
And this is where Mayweather, if he wanted, could say, well, you want to fight me? We do it in Vegas. And McGregor say, well, I don't want to fight in Vegas.
Okay, then I'll fight in Vegas if you give me $100 million. Boom.
It's negotiational. It could go either way at this point.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Let's, I think Conor would, hey, okay, you pay me $100 million. And this is my thing. I don't even think Conor wants a piece of, okay, I want Livegate. I want this too. Just give me $100 million and you take the rest. That's all he said. I just want $100 million.
Mayweather could probably make $400 million off this fight after McGregor gets his 100.
I mean, this is too much money to leave on the table.
Then what is Mayweather right now? 49-0.
Yeah.
If he wins it,
I mean, I don't see why he would want to tie with somebody.
I would want to be 50-0, ended on an even number.
That too, the number.
And why not your 50-0, your 50th win be against an MMA guy?
Just to prove a point. That's all I would say. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. He should be looking at like this. I think he's worried because I'll be like, this is easy money. This is way too much easy money. But there's a difference between a Mayweather fan and I don't think I can even say it on air. Rhymes with Flomos. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I can say that. That's what people call. No, that's what they call Mayweather fans that are just riders that don't. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
They're blind fans and because just like when the Pacquiao fight, they had every excuse in the world why the fight. He don't need to fight Pacquiao. Why? Why would he not need to fight the number 2 other guy that was out there at the time?
Well, there's a reason why he's called Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Money talks. And I mean, the thing is that fight got built up for 5 years. Yeah, you guys got what it was worth. Would you have made what you got for it 5 years ago? No. No. It would have been, but it would have been the fight everybody would have wanted at the time.
But they would have also been a lot younger 5 years ago, and it might have been a different fight.
It would have been a greater fight. Would have been a greater fight. But when we come back, we're still going to talk up a little bit of MMA, some more Conor McGregor news, upsetting news, unfortunately, for me as a Conor McGregor fan.
I don't want to hear it.
But we'll continue that more here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of Sports Talk Radio on ScoreOnAir.com.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered. Are you ready for some football? The new generation of Sports Talk Radio breaks down every game.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
You didn't know? NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
Nasty Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, Campus Director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
The new generation of Sports Talk Radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Aaron Campbell here with your Score Center update. The Ohio High School Football State Championships are being played in the Shoe this weekend. Bishop Hartley will go up against Steubenville, and Hartley is looking to secure a win to honor their retiring assistant coach Chuck Wooten. Wooten has been a coach for 40 years, and Hartley has made it to state title games in his last 2 seasons. The Cleveland Cavaliers dropped their second straight game to the LA Clippers and are looking to bounce back when they travel to Chicago to face Dwayne Wade and the Chicago Bulls. LeBron James will pay off a bet he made with Wade regarding the World Series. He has to wear a full Cubs uniform to the arena tonight. I'm sure you'll be able to find plenty of shots of that debacle on the internet. Watch the action on ESPN. The Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Colorado Avalanche in Denver on Thursday. Bob McElligott had the call on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
Atkinson, backhanded pass, there's a score! Cam Atkinson throws it in front. The Blue Jackets were able to tuck it in, and just like that, they're back on top. It is a 3-2 game. Oh, ain't that the Cats' pajamas?
The Jackets will travel to Arizona and battle the Coyotes. Puck drops at 8 o'clock. Fox Sports will have your television coverage. And finally, Tiger Woods goes into the weekend at the Hero Challenge playing alone and in last place. Woods was paired with Justin Rose, the former last place holder, but Rose had to withdraw from the event due to a back injury. All eyes will be on Tiger this weekend as he returns from a 15-month PGA Tour absence. You can get all the latest sports news, scores, and updates here on The Score, the new generation of Sports Talk Radio.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
All right, everybody, welcome back from the break. Here, back with Tyson's Punchout, the only combat show here on the new generation of Sports Talk Radio, scoreonair.com. If you want to download and listen to it, if you want to listen to us on the go, download the
TuneIn app or YouTube Red.
There you go. And for Score on YouTube, on YouTube.com, Score on Air Live is the name that you want to type in. You can also follow the live stream right now on Facebook.com/Tyson's Punchout. Make sure you add that S, Tyson's Punchout.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we left off, I was talking about, I'm sorry, Mr. Hand, I had to step out just for a little bit, but he'll be back with us momentarily. But I was talking about, Conor McGregor getting a boxer's license and was being, obviously shots fired at Mayweather, like, hey, the ball's in your court. Let's make this match happen. I'm serious. He's letting him know I am officially serious about making this match happen. I have a license. And people go, well, you got a California license, not in Vegas. Yeah, because you know what? Guess what? He said he's never fighting in Vegas. Yes, that's where Mayweather's going to fight. That's where he's only going to fight out. But Mayweather, it's like, the dude, I understand who you are, but you got to make some kind of compromise sometimes. And I know sometimes he doesn't. But this is my thing. This fight of this magnitude is not going to be able to be seated in anywhere in Vegas. Okay? This needs to be somewhere big like Cowboy Stadium. Somewhere, or maybe even somewhere in Dubai or something like that. Somewhere.
I feel that.
Big. I mean, he doesn't. It's like, I know people call it. This is my thing, and I respect Mayweather all around for what he's done for himself, for the sport of boxing, as a businessman, etc. But this is the thing. Mayweather is not wealthy. He is not wealthy. What? Blasphemy? No, it's not blasphemy. Mayweather is filthy rich. And this, just to understand where I'm coming from, just to sidestep the subject just a little bit.
Okay.
Mayweather is filthy rich, meaning he's got enough money to last himself for the rest of his life. That's filthy rich for me. But he is not wealthy. The difference between wealth and rich, filthy rich, whatever. Wealth is Bill Gates. You know what I mean? Like, if Bill Gates woke up with Floyd Mayweather's money, he would probably shoot himself because that is low for him. You know what I mean? That's wealth. Like, his money isn't when you got around $50 billion,
Holla at me.
I mean, that's wealth. That's wealth. That's money. That is, that's a family name that's going to be carried down. You know what I mean? Like, it's, even though it's fictional, like Lex Luthor, the Luthors, the Waynes, like Batman, Bruce, like it's a name that's going to be carried down. Or I'm sorry, let's use a real one, the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers.
There you go.
That's a name that's being carried down and down. All rich. I'm sorry,
Legacy.
not rich. Wealth. That's wealth.
It's like legacy, right?
Yeah, like that money's not going. That family name and that family will always be wealthy.
Okay.
Always be wealthy. You know what I mean? The money's not going anywhere.
Right.
So that's the difference. Like I said, Mayweather. So my thing is, if he wants to step it up to the wealth level, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he understands that filthy rich is just way too much even for me. Like the pressures that come from that. But if he does a fight like this magnitude in somewhere like Dubai, because there were like princes and royalty that were trying to get the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight over there. How much money they would have given them both like $200 million apiece just to fight.
Right.
I mean, it was like 100. I think it was like 100 million, 100 million, or 150 million, something like that. In there between, they were talking about giving both fighters if they brought the fight over there. Mayweather doesn't want to fight anywhere but Vegas. So to me, that's being small-minded. That's being small-minded.
Absolutely. I think that you have to branch out if you want to be as big as you want to be. You have to risk.
But again, I understand. Maybe
bigger.
he doesn't. Maybe he does not want to go to that level. Maybe he likes exactly. He stays in his lane.
He's comfortable. Yeah.
He likes where it is. Like, nope. I like being my boss. I like running the lane. Boom. Vegas is my home. I run this city. Boom. So I get that. I do. So, whatever. I would just like. I would like to see this. I would like to see this fight of this magnitude. People can go, whether you're on whatever side you're on. Whatever side you're on. To me, it's about the athletic competition of understanding what this is a spectacle. This would be the biggest fight in history. This would be bigger than, no disrespect to the greatest of all time, bigger than Ali and Frazier won in Madison Square. This would be the biggest fight in fight history.
This could be bigger than Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah, this would be the biggest. This would be the Mayweather versus Conor McGregor because you're bringing two worlds together. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's just going to be a boxing match, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's
Get
still
Joe Rogan on your announce table for that boxing match.
That would be awesome if they did that. They probably wouldn't, but they should.
Get Joe Rogan and Max Keller from ESPN, who does a lot of the boxing.
Yeah, definitely. Max Keller should
Get
definitely
them two to do it. Just them two.
Yeah, that would be a good commentary. And I know I left you guys with some. I mean, for me, it's sad news as a McGregor fan, but
not for me.
I mean, I'm not going to cry over it, but like obviously, Conor McGregor's was stripped of the featherweight title, the 145-pound title. I obviously think. Without any, talking to him, anything like that, they just did it, and to me, that's BS. That is, but it's obviously a power play move from them to show him, show the new owners showing Conor their stroke. Now, my thing is how he even said these guys haven't even sat down and talked to him business wise. Like, how are you not talking to I'm the guy that helped you buy this. You want to make that $4.2 billion back? You come talk to me. You know what I mean? You guys want to make that money back? Because I'm sure they do. I'm sure they want to turn around on their investment. You want to make it back quick? You talk to me because I'm the guy that's bringing the eyeballs to this product right now. All your yesteryear stars are gone. You know what I mean? You guys don't. Your biggest guy that you had was GSP, and that's all.
He's out.
And that's on them. You know what I mean?
Your other big fighter was Cormier.
That's just dumb. I just don't understand the GSP situation. Like, GSP brings a country with him.
Yeah.
A country. So he has fans all over the world, though. UFC 206 sounds like it should be scrapped. Just like they did with the John Jones and Dan Henderson when he didn't want to fight Chael Sonnen. And they scrapped the entire card, never in history. But it sounds like you guys should do that because Cormier got hurt. So and Rumble didn't want to fight Mousasi.
Well, they got a new main event for that now.
What's the main event?
Holloway and Pettis. Whoever wins will go against
Aldo for the feather.
Yeah, so that's now the main event. They put Cerrone and Matt Brown in.
That's the main event.
That's your main event.
It should be.
I mean, the Cowboy Cerrone and Matt Brown fight's going to be off the hook.
It is, but I mean, like, this is in Canada at a big stadium, and sad because it should have been GSP, obviously, fighting whoever.
Well, even if they couldn't do this one, Rumble should have still at least fought.
But I understand why not, though. I'm not losing my shot. No, thank you. Mousasi he's a high risk, low pay.
Couldn't they do an interim championship? They've done it before when injuries come awry.
They could have, because it's been a while since the light heavyweight's been defended. Because Cormier fought Anderson Silva at 200. So, and like I said, they split up. They interim Conor pretty quick.
Right.
At 200. So why not enter him up the light heavyweight title again?
No, because they want Cormier to hold that title till that fight. They don't want to put an interim on Rumble.
They should have. I think so, because
they
did it with Jones.
I mean,
they did. They did it with John Jones, and then he, what happened?
His antics.
Now, no. Now, he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. But we'll come back to that when we come back from our break here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the New Generation Sports Talk Radio. Score on Air Live, the only combat show here on Score on Air.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered.
Are you ready for some football?
The new generation of Sports Talk Radio breaks down every game.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of Sports Talk Radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, campus director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Tune into The League with Taylor and Greg every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. on scoreonair.com. It's your home for stupid sound effects, lukewarm sports takes, and a bunch of people talking about nothing.
Is that a thing?
I think it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. We're going to make it a thing.
We're going to make it a thing. I don't care. It's a thing now.
Only on The League, right here on scoreonair.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Join former Buckeye Roy Hall and the Driven Foundation Saturday, December 17th at Moeller Elementary School for the 8th Annual Holiday Food Outreach Event.
A good linebacker is seeking out the running back. He's not waiting for the running back to run him over to come to him. He is seeking out the running back. But so many times in life, we wait for things to come to us. It's not a priority for us to give every single moment of our lives. See, no matter what you're doing, you should always be giving.
Make a $25 donation that will feed a family for 1 week. Log on to staydriven.org today.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports.
Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state.
In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Tyson's Punchout, the only combat sports radio show here on
I'll
Score.
give you the combat sport, but you can't say the only professional wrestling sport.
No, I didn't say,
You're
I
right.
said combat.
Give you combat.
Yeah. I said combat sport and a little bit of WWE here. No, not the only WWE show. Obviously, we got Mr. James Hand here from Hill and Face every Monday and Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Part of the new generation sports talk radio here on scoreonair.com. Make sure you, if you're on the go, you want to listen to the show,
Download the TuneIn app. The TuneIn app. And look for scoreonair.com.
Yes, go to scoreonair.com. You can go to YouTube, type in Score on Air Live and watch us streaming live. And also you can watch on facebook.com/Tyson's Punchout. Now, we left off, I believe, we don't believe we finished most of the McGregor talk.
McGregor, yeah.
Like I said, the boxing license,
being stripped.
He's actually also been removed from the featherweight rankings. I think that's a little, like, really? You know what I mean? They actually removed him from the official featherweight rankings, the 145 pounds. So, I don't. That's just.
What is the reason for it? Like, why?
They're just showing their stroke, let him know who's boss, which is just, sit down with the guy and talk. If you're saying these guys haven't sat down and talked to him, I think it's just that's ludicrous. But okay, what if he rides off in the sunset? Okay, good luck making your $4.2 billion back.
It'll be just like GSP.
Exactly, your money guy's gone. All your money guys are gone. Your Silva, because Silva's not pulling them in like he used to. John Jones is gone for until next July, which I want to get into real quick. Mr. John Jones, his situation. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Got a little bit of that. And basically what happened when, his little estrogen blocker that showed up, what happened was he talked about what it was. It was actually a male enhancement performance. So it's like a
Viagra.
Viagra is what he took.
Oh,
and
I know
it was a
those are.
tainted and it was a tainted Viagra.
But isn't that what Anderson Silva said he tested positive for?
Something like that for too. Now my thing with that with John Jones, like, dude, ain't you a young dude? What do you really need that
It's
for?
that cocaine, man.
And he said, what he and that's what he was like. That he was saying, he was telling Joe Rogan, like, basically that was the biggest thing. I did not want people thinking I did not want to be known as a steroid guy, because that's not what he's like. Everything I've done has been all natural. He's like, you can call me, the Mr. Pinga guy. You know what I mean? If you know Spanish, you know what I mean.
He didn't want people to think he was on steroids. He'd rather them feel like he's only a glass half full kind of guy.
Yeah, you just call me, call me, the Shaft guy or whatever. You know what I mean? He'd rather be known as that than the steroid, which I totally understand. Now, and he also
Shaft
talked.
is a big name to live up to.
Yeah. Okay, and he also talked about the hit and run situation, and because Joe Rogan kind of was like, he was like, that was the. I think he was like, he was telling him, he was there. He was like, that was the one thing I was very disappointed in you in. He's like, tell me, like, what happened? He was like, first of all, he didn't run. He was like, I did not run away, run back for money, and run. He said basically what happened was, he was partying. He like this, and this happened 2 years ago already. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He like, I felt untouchable, and he was like, I was, partying, obviously with the cocaine thing too. He was, drinking till he blacked out, and he was like, really? He was like, yeah. He's young, of course. He was
living the rock star
young.
life.
He's the best being known type, is the best fighter in the world, and he's beating legend after legend after legend after legend, and so he's and he's in his 20s. Of course, he's gonna party like that. You didn't party like that when you were in your 20s? Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I did.
Not till I blacked out, but I partied.
Right.
But I partied. I was in my when I was in my 20s, I partied. But just
Joe Rogan did.
Yeah, he did. But that's what Joe Rogan was like. Man, so you blacked out? And he was like, yeah. But so I guess he woke up. He was staying at a friend's house, and his friend, was like, hey man, I'm getting ready to go to work, but make yourself at home, get something to eat, and I guess of course, friends do that. You're like, cool, but I guess his woman was there, his kids. And he's like, I ain't gonna stay here. He thought, he only had like 2 hours of sleep. But he's like, I'm good. I'll be able to drive to the house. And he just kind of like, I guess I wasn't better than I was. He's like, he's saying he was drunk, but I know I smelled like alcohol.
Right.
So when I think he said he had the right of way, or he turned. I forget what he said when he turned, but he ended up hitting somebody. And it's just one of those, it happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, my God, that just happened. So what happened was, in his head, he was like, oh, my God, my bowl. He was like, so he was looking, like when it happened, he was looking for a bowl, and it was like on his dash or something, and it flew wherever. So that's what he was worried about, like, because, for where he was, it was, illegal to have a bowl.
Right.
So he was trying to find that. So he stepped out, because he stepped out the car and realized that, went back real quick, looked around, and then he ran. He was like, I'm a millionaire. I don't have cash sitting in my car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I was like, he was like, tell me that didn't sound ludicrous. I was like, yeah, when I heard it, I was mad after it said, like, all the dust settled. I was like, is that what really happened? But my thing is, that does sound ludicrous. Yeah, he ran out, he left the bowl, and he grabbed his cash and ran. Like,
right.
And he said, and when it happened, he was like, I didn't know it was a pregnant woman in the car. He's like, I didn't. He's like, you didn't stop and look. He's like, dude, it just. He's like, from when it happened.
It just happened so quick.
It happened so quick, dude. I was probably over the fence in like 8 seconds.
Oh, so the pregnant woman was driving.
Yeah, he hit a pregnant woman.
This whole time I thought he actually hit the woman with his car.
No. And she was in a car. And that's what he said too. He was like, man, that's the one thing when I found out that's what happened, I was so worried about, the woman, her baby. Like, oh my God, I hope the baby has a birth defect. She doesn't have a miscarriage, stuff like that. And of course, even if that would have happened, that's a whole, because that would have been murder. That would have been like manslaughter or murder on, with the baby.
Weapon.
Yeah, now if he'd have killed the woman, that would have been, but like the baby definitely would have been.
And
like
the baby's okay? Like the woman and the baby are both
they're fine.
okay?
He said they're totally fine. Okay. So,
nice little paycheck. Take care of the baby.
I'm sure. I'm sure the UFC handled that for him. Yeah, for sure. Because John Jones got money, but he's not super rich. You know what I mean? He's got enough because he's got endorsements from he did.
She sold the story to TMZ,
Nike and Gatorade and all that stuff like that. So he's got some pretty good endorsements. But I kind of felt sorry for the guy a little bit listening to him. I mean, he legitimately said, I mean, God, he got so many chances, dude. But he was like, man, he's like, I don't know. I look for optimism in every single thing I do. Like, I look, he's like, my belief in God and this and that. And he's like, but I look for the light at the end of the tunnel at everything that's going on. Like when he found out when he wasn't going to be fighting, he said he had his first anxiety attack, and he like I guess the hotels in Vegas, the windows don't open, so he was trying to like suck for air and stuff like that because he just couldn't believe like this was happening. Like when he's like, no, there's no way I test. He's like, I know I didn't test. Now this is what happened. Now they gave him a year suspension from July from UFC 200, so 2 days from UFC, so he's eligible to fight July 7th of next year. So what happened was with I guess they suspended him because he took the Viagra or whatever, but this is the thing, what came back in his system wasn't even listed on the ingredients. The
banned substance list.
Yeah, like what was banned wasn't even listed on the ingredient, and they were like, well, because you didn't even tell us, that's why they suspended. He was like, but if I would have gave it to you, you still wouldn't have been on there.
Right.
So he was like,
what changes it
from? It would have changed either way. I would have tested for that. And I guess when his team, when they wouldn't, because like they don't, the USADA, they don't test them. They just ask for give us all the stuff that you're doing. Okay, you're testing this. Okay, this is banned. This is not banned. And then if you test for it, well, what else did you take? Well, it wasn't in that. So, I think that's kind of tyranny to give him a year suspension. I think it should have been, maybe 6 months or something like that. But because it was no fault of his, just because he popped the Viagra.
Yeah.
I mean,
what they need to do is just
take. It gave him no kind of advancement in a fight. You know what I mean? So it was just like, I don't know, but
depends on what kind of fight you're in.
But it is actually banned in the Olympics because it opens up like your blood flow and
those endorphins. Get those endorphins.
Well, it will give you testosterone to help the little fella.
Yeah, but it's but no and I think and that's what it is. It enhances your stamina. Wait a minute now.
Right.
Do you forget who I am?
Like she's like she's got all the info, the 411 on the Viagra over there.
The thing is, if I was Jess or Jones before we go to break, if you don't mind, take the year off, go up to heavyweight.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get back to that more here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the New Generation Sports Talk Radio. Score on air.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio in Columbus.
Online sports radio, WSOA ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit BeOnAir.com today to get started. That's BeOnAir.com.
What's good, Big Game James?
How you feeling, D.O. Jr.?
My guy, I'm super excited. High school sports is starting back, man.
Man, I'm even more excited because we got this new show starting. Tell the people what we doing, D.O. Jr.
Man, we starting the Central Ohio High School Showcase, the COHSS.
That's right. We're covering football, basketball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, and track and field. If it's in season, we own it.
Hey, you know we do this for the kids, man. You can listen live by going to ScoreOnAir.com via the TuneIn app or watch us streaming live by going to the Score On Air YouTube channel, the COHSS, giving you nothing less, showcasing Central Ohio's best.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports. Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state, in the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Are you a sports fan? Do you have a mobile phone? Great, that's all you need to stay up to date with ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, with original talk shows starting every 2 hours, covering every sport from every angle.
From basketball
to hockey
to martial arts
to fantasy football.
We cover all Ohio sports. Just go to ScoreOnAir.com or download the TuneIn Radio app and search Score On Air. You'll be part of the action in no time, whether you're stuck in traffic, at the grocery store, studying at the library, anywhere for that matter. Tune in anytime to get your sports fix. Follow us on social media or go to ScoreOnAir.com for even more original content, including play-by-play of local high school and college games, sports articles, and podcasts. ScoreOnAir.com is your home for the best analysis, coverage, and lukewarm sports takes. The best part, we're broadcasting live right here in Columbus.
OH.
IO.
ScoreOnAir.com, the new generation of sports talk radio.
The Score.
school.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Aaron Campbell here with your Score Center update. The Ohio High School Football State Championships are being played in the Shoe this weekend. Bishop Hartley will go up against Steubenville, and Hartley is looking to secure a win to honor their retiring assistant coach Chuck Wooten. Wooten has been a coach for 40 years, and Hartley has made it to state title games in his last 2 seasons. The Cleveland Cavaliers dropped their second straight game to the LA Clippers and are looking to bounce back when they travel to Chicago to face Dwayne Wade and the Chicago Bulls. LeBron James will pay off a bet he made with Wade regarding the World Series. He has to wear a full Cubs uniform to the arena tonight. I'm sure you'll be able to find plenty of shots of that debacle on the internet. Watch the action on ESPN. The Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Colorado Avalanche in Denver on Thursday. Bob McElligott had the call on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
Atkinson, backhanded pass, there's a score! Cam Atkinson throws it in front. The Blue Jackets were able to tuck it in, and just like that, they're back on top. It is a 3-2 game. Oh, ain't that the Cats' pajamas?
The Jackets will travel to Arizona and battle the Coyotes. Puck drops at 8 o'clock. Fox Sports will have your television coverage. And finally, Tiger Woods goes into the weekend at the Hero Challenge playing alone and in last place. Woods was paired with Justin Rose, the former last place holder, but Rose had to withdraw from the event due to a back injury. All eyes will be on Tiger this weekend as he returns from a 15-month PGA Tour absence. You can get all the latest sports news, scores, and updates here on The Score, the new generation of sports talk radio.
You're listening to the home of the latest sports news and updates in Columbus. Streaming live on YouTube and the worldwide TuneIn Radio app. This is ScoreOnAir.com.
Everybody, welcome back again to Tyson Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio here on ScoreOnAir.com, the only combat show here on The Score. I'm also joined by Mr. James Hand. If you're just joining us over from Hill and Face every Monday and Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. They come on right before me on Friday. So if you love professional wrestling, make sure you tune into his show every Monday and Friday. If you want to listen to the show on the go, download the
TuneIn app.
All right. TuneIn app.
At the Play Store, the Google Play Store.
There you go. That's right. And you can also watch us live stream on YouTube. Type in Score on Air Live. And, of course, Facebook.com/Tyson's Punchout. And we left off, we were talking about John Jones, his state of situations that have happened. with the hit and run, the suspension, not being able to fight at UFC 200 when he'll come back again. Do you think he should? No, I think he needs a tune-up fight again because it'll be another year.
I'd put him into heavyweight and let him start his way through the rankings at heavyweight.
But he's still young enough, I think, to cut down to 205, though. That's the thing.
I mean, as of right now, I'm pulling up the heavyweight rankings. Who do they really have that are big money forces? They have Stipe.
Stipe is the champion.
You have the guy who's the Abrek.
Yeah.
You have Andre. The heavyweight division's getting old right now.
It is.
I mean, you got Travis I Poke Brown.
And he doesn't have to
Carroll,
fight
which
anymore.
He hasn't fought in how long?
See, Travis doesn't have to fight because he's latched on to Ronda Rousey.
Right.
So
You got Mirko Krokop is still in their rankings.
Jeez, he is.
So what you do, as of right now, you put him against like Walt Harris. That's ranked, not even really, he's on the first page of rankings, but that's it.
Man. Yeah, Kane, got Dos Santos. All the heavyweights are in the 30s.
Right.
Yeah.
You
So
got
probably, what's his name? Skyscraper. Stephen Struve. Yeah.
I mean, even Struve is way down there. He's on the third page of the rankings, which
Yeah.
is 41 to 50. They got Fabrios. They got Word.
But I mean, any of the top guys are all. I mean, not to say age is not, but you just see what I'm saying. There's no cream in it. There's no young guy in his prime coming up, taking. You know what I mean? Nobody.
And that would be a good spot for John Jones. I think. Can you imagine, John Jones, Cain Velasquez?
Oh man.
With that new heel kick Velasquez has been throwing.
No, good. John Jones versus.
What about Stipe?
Oh my God, Alistair Overeem.
Or him against Stipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a scary fight. Scary fight. John Jones is just that good. See, he doesn't. This is my thing. He doesn't destroy. Like he doesn't knock anybody out, but he
hurts you mentally.
He overwhelms them with skill.
Well, that and his reach.
Yeah, I mean his reach plays a big part, super big part.
I mean he has the longest reach in UFC.
Not only the longest reach, but he knows how to. There's a difference between having reach and knowing how to utilize.
And he effectively
knows how to utilize it. Because look at Stephen Struve, man. There's no way I would be that tall and lose. I'm sorry,
Right.
You're not beating me if I'm that big. You're just not. So I'm just like, I don't know. What? God, dude, like, come on, man. You've been fighting. You're young. You've been fighting in the UFC for a long time. I mean, I'm sorry. If I was a giant, nobody's beating me.
Right.
It's just not happening.
Look how long Brock Lesnar held on before he
But
got beat, but it was due to
But he's
diverticulitis.
just a big guy. I'm talking about Struve is like 6'7". He's like tall, like 6'7", 6'8".
Look at Stipe's reach. 80-inch reach, 39 on the legs.
How tall is he?
He is 6'4".
6'4". Okay, maybe that's. I thought he was taller than that. Okay, maybe that. Okay, that's a little. Yeah, I thought he was like 6'7". Okay, I'll give him a. I mean, that's still
they even
tall.
have John Jones on the rankings for the light heavyweights.
They don't.
Well, I'm looking right now because I want to compare that to John Jones to see would it be really that good of a fight. The first. It looks like the first page of the light heavyweights, Jones isn't there, and that's the first 20.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Well, I mean, they probably. They took him off because he's not actively fighting, so it's not fair to have him on
No,
there.
he's still here.
Okay.
They're doing it by last name.
Okay.
Instead of who's number 1, who's number 2. Okay, here's our answer. Here's our answer right here. John Jones has an 84-inch reach, 45-inch leg reach. Either way, Jones would dominate that area too.
Yeah.
But the thing with Stipe, he's a boxer. He'll brawl with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's an interesting aspect. I mean, I would like to see him come back and claim the title that he did not lose.
That's true.
And see him maybe become a dual champion.
Light heavyweight and heavyweight.
Oh, imagine. If I was Jones, I'd shoot for it. But the thing is, he's got to put confidence back in himself with the UFC and the new owners. You know what I mean? He's got to show them, hey, I'm back. I'm doing, you know what I mean? But again, see, the thing is, the last situation, it wasn't his fault. But then again, like, dude, you're training. You should know. I get, because he's like you said, he was taking the. Now my thing is, he was taking the cheap Viagra. He was taking the Rhinos over the gas station ones. You know what I mean? So, dude, you're professional. He should have turned that in.
Yeah,
you should have. I mean, it's like, but he said he's been taking them for years, and it's never come up. You know what I mean? So, because it doesn't have anything that's perform enhancing.
Maybe.
Well, it is though. Like
it's billed for what it is. It's a performance enhancer.
I mean, but again, yes, it's like, dude, but why would you take something like that before a fight? Yeah,
As we went to break,
at a competition, yes.
Stamina increaser.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, at a competition, yeah, but like come on, man, it was a few weeks out from the fight. Shouldn't even be doing anything anyway. It makes your legs weak, as Mickey would say for Rock. No more dames that make your legs weak. There's probably some young people listening that don't know what I said.
Right.
To be honest with you, that's the Rocky Balboa movies. If you didn't know, that was that reference.
The great trainer Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. What's his name again? Beardus.
You're gonna eat thunder and crap lightning.
Name, yeah. Also in the MMA news, there's actually been an MMA union formed, the Mixed Martial Arts Athletes Association, MMAAA.
This is good for the business.
It's good
to
for
an extent.
It's good for the athletes.
Right.
Fighters are running it. Bjorn Rebney, if you don't know who that is, he is the former CEO of Strikeforce and Bellator. God, that guy had two companies and don't have neither one of them now. And he actually worked for the UFC for a little bit after they bought Strikeforce. But he's advisor to the board. The board consists of George St. Pierre, Cain Velasquez, Tim Kennedy, not Ken Kennedy, Tim Kennedy, Donald Cerrone, T.J. Dillashaw. They asked Randy Couture to come on board, but he's still kind of, I guess he has like bad blood with Bajorni. So
didn't Couture do a Strikeforce or a Bellator at one point?
I think he tried to. He was working with it because I know his son fights over there.
So that might be the bad blood or
something like that. But I guess he said that the like he works with the MMAFA. That's the Mixed Martial Arts Federation.
Yeah, where they set up the rules and
yeah, it's along the lines of the Ali Act,
right?
Set up there. So, I mean, this is good for the fighters. They know like I said, they know they're taking a risk. GSP knows he's going to be paying at the back. But like guys, he even said like Conor McGregor, he's not getting a good percentage of the revenue he gets.
Since Dana White signed this deal with Reebok, the fighters have been getting shafted.
Exactly, and it's not fair to the fighters. That's what's happening. It's not fair to.
They did what the NWO did for wrestling.
Exactly. So what they're trying to do is get what the MMAAA is trying to do is get not only just for current fighters but for the future fighters and past fighters, trying to get things set up for where they have money, just like how the NFL is, how the NBA,
the NFLPA.
Yeah, they take care of their athletes after this is all said and done, and they should be. These guys are putting their bodies on the line, their mind and their bodies. You know what I mean? Because their minds are going to be the same. I mean, you're getting into a fight. Your body's being punished. As human beings, we're not built to take this punishment. But we'll keep that going when we come back here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio on ScoreOnAir.com.
This is Bob McElligott, the radio voice of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you're listening to the new generation of sports talk radio. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
In a small village in Romania, after the 8th grade, students desiring to attend high school must pay their own way for transportation. From the village of Mochu to Cluj to Apahita, it costs $350 American per year per child for the bus ride of over 1 hour each way. With your help, 8 Roma children will be able to accomplish something their parents and grandparents could not do. Most of their parents have not received an elementary education. This year, 3 boys and 5 girls can have that chance to attend high school. Will you help? Please make a donation of whatever you can to help these 8 children get their high school education. Make your donations payable to Worthington Presbyterian Church, 773 North High Street, Worthington, Ohio, 43085, and add on the memo line bus transportation. Your donation will make a dream become a reality.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
We know that Columbus, Ohio was discovered back in 1812. We know it's the 15th largest city in the country. Did you know that Columbus has grown to be one of the most exciting cities in the United States? Experience theater, sports, music, family fun, and more. It's time for you to experience Columbus. Take the family to a theater show at the Garden Theater or the Columbus Performing Arts Center. Show team spirit at a Crew soccer game, Blue Jackets hockey game, or cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Want to see some live music? Head downtown to see a live music show at the Columbus Commons. You could also see your favorite performers at the LC Pavilion or the Newport. Don't get me started on the places to eat. Impress your date and grab a meal at the high-class restaurant in the Short North. Play, stay, dine, and explore all right here in the capital city. For more details, log on to ExperienceColumbus.com. Turn your experience into a lifelong memory.
Come out and join us at Flavor 91 for their grand opening. Flavor 91 is located at 5186 East Main Street, Whitehall, Ohio. Flavor 91 is a burger bistro and offers such beverages as beer and wine. Again, the grand opening is September 15, 2016 at 1 p.m. 5186 East Main Street, Whitehall, Ohio. Join us at Flavor 91.
Join former Buckeye Roy Hall and the Driven Foundation Saturday, December 17th at Moeller Elementary School for the 8th Annual Holiday Food Outreach Event.
A good linebacker is seeking out the running back. He's not waiting for the running back to run him over to come to him. He is seeking out the running back. But so many times in life, we wait for things to come to us. It's not a priority for us to give every single moment of our lives. So no matter what you're doing, you should always be giving.
Make a $25 donation that will feed a family for 1 week. Log on to staydriven.org today.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of Sports Talk Radio here on ScoreOnAir.com, the only combat radio combat sports radio show here on the Score with a little WWE. Make sure if you want more WWE professional wrestling, tune in to Heel and Face every Monday. Heel and Face every Monday and Friday with Mr. James Hand here with me. They are on every Monday and Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. Friday right before me at 5 to 7. So hopefully you're listening to both. And I think we left off. We were just saying something about the fighters getting their fair shake of things. That's because my thing is going to see it, especially a UFC fight. Tickets are pretty pricey, so that's why I'm like, how are these fighters not getting paid?
For Bellator, that's $506 a ticket for ringside.
Yes, that's pretty. I mean, now Bellator, they're putting us, like I said, they're giving their fighters a fair shake because they're allowing them to get their sponsors through. Still, that's thousands of dollars in their pocket when they get all those sponsors. So that's why a lot of fighters jump ship to, Bellator. Who has all jumped over there? Sonen's fighting over there. He's fighting Tito Ortiz. Stephan Bonner's over there. Fedor's fighting Matt Mitrione in February.
Then it looks like here you got Rayleigh Gracie.
Hoist Gracie is fighting too.
He had a fight not too long ago against Ken Shamrock there, which was horrible.
Wait, they already fought?
It was when Day and Kimbo fought. Him and Gracie fought then.
Was it?
It was horrible. I suggest don't go back and watch it.
Wait a minute. I thought that was going to be in 2017. You sure?
Not
Hoist.
unless they're refighting again. Bellator just signed November 7th, Romero Cotton.
Really?
I mean-
God, it was, wasn't it? It was. It was Hoist Gracie and Ken Shamrock 3.
It wasn't worth it because Gracie couldn't use his hands.
Really?
There was something wrong with his hands where if he punched, his bones were so brittle they'd break.
God, that was last year.
It was horrible.
I mean, not earlier this year. Right.
It was horrible.
Was it? I could have. Man, it's like I'm lapsing that time, but I do remember it.
I'm letting you know. That's how you know it was a bad fight. You don't even remember it.
Oh, that's just. Man, Hoist Gracie was one of the greatest. To start it, I guess I should say now. I mean, it was just a different game,
right?
When he started. God, man, I don't know why I don't see that. Maybe I wanted to like.
Forget it.
Forget it.
Because that was the infamous Kimbo slicing Danny 5000 fight. That was
was
so horrible.
It was then. It was that night. Okay, now
they were the co-main event to Kimbo and them.
That was last February.
Yeah.
This past February. I'm sorry. That was almost a year ago.
Yeah. Because
that Dada and Kimbo fight was that long. Wow. Yeah, because Kimbo passed in
August.
April. Was it August?
I think it was August.
No. It was the same. It was the same month as Prince.
I'm
I
looking
think
right now.
Yeah. That's
June.
Yeah. Okay. So we're in the middle. we met in the middle there. I knew it was somewhere around there. Wow.
June 7th is when he passed away.
Wow. I think when that fight happened too, he knew he was going to pass. That's why he was trying to get as much money as he could.
Was he sick?
I think he knew he had heart problems.
If you watch the fight between the two, they both were sluggish.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like
I'd rather see two grandpas fight it out in a nursing home.
Granddad and Stink Meaner. Yeah. I mean, hopefully, I would like to see fighters get their pay. They need to be getting paid like NBA players and NFL players.
Which we know that won't happen.
It's crazy. They should be. I mean, these guys are they're fighting. They are fighting.
Heck, WWE wrestlers are getting paid more than these MMA guys.
The top guys, yeah.
Brock makes almost $3 million a year.
Yeah. I even talk about the top guys because they have the merchandise is what really makes them like the New Day. They're probably the top seller right now over Cena. I would think even right
The only
now.
one I think that could be close to them might be like your AJ Styles, because it seems like or Enzo and Cass.
I would think so, but I think the New Day just because they have the kiddie factor too. I think whoever has is depending on what your if you have the kid factor, those are the people that are going to sell the most because parents are going to buy the T-shirts for their kids. You know what I mean? So that's why Cena's always been the top seller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bright colors, blue, red, purple, Fruity Pebbles. Yeah. And hey, The Rock got him an endorsement for that one. That was hilarious. That Fruity Pebbles called John Cena like, yeah, let's get that going. I mean, that's hilarious. Not intentionally, but that was just hilarious.
Actually looking at the top sellers at WWE right now, and number 10 is actually Bray Wyatt.
Really? Who's number one?
It's a slideshow. Sheamus is still on there.
Really? Okay. Sheamus.
Orton, which I ain't gonna lie, I got a shirt of Orton's at the house.
Only one I ever went was that RKO World Tour. Legends Killer Tour.
I don't know if I can really go off this because this was in 2015.
Yeah.
But The Rock is still, at this time, still number 6.
There's even still. I haven't been on WWE Shop in a while. I haven't bought anything in a while. At least a year. Just have it.
When I go to these events, I usually.
Oh yeah, if I go to usually.
Well, you can go to now Hot Topic and buy them.
That's true.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
But usually when I go in a Hot Topic, I'm buying like my superhero tees.
Like right now, back at this point in 2015, Finn Balor was the number 2 merchandise seller.
Woo!
Wow.
And number 1 was Brock Lesnar, but that was at the time they released the Suplex City T-shirts.
Oh,
Everybody wanted
one
for their city.
Yeah, they had it for each city. Yeah, didn't we get one? We got one, didn't we?
I got one at the house.
I mean, for our city.
I know mine was for Cleveland because they did a pay-per-view up in Cleveland.
He was here in Columbus.
Then they probably had one.
He was
where
here
East
he was here in Columbus this year. It was either this year or last year. But I know he was on a Raw here. I know that.
I think it was last year.
It might have been last year, I think. So maybe I'm sure they had them. I'm sure if you were there, you had them. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can't buy them on like Shop, but
No, right. You might be able to find it on a Brock Lesnar website.
True. Yeah. All right, and speaking of Brock Lesnar, man, the mixed reactions of the Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar match at Survivor Series ending in 120. I'm sorry, 120 minute and 26 seconds. I believe it was. Just
It was.
I'm sorry. I was Facebook Live, and I was like, because it was Goldberg or old, and that's exactly what Vince McMahon was trying to establish. He wanted to reestablish that WCW Goldberg.
Was it that, or was it that the fact that Goldberg had just signed a contract 4 hours before that?
No, I actually didn't know that.
Mania.
I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until after the match it came out, and I was like, wait a minute. If he signed a new contract, they're going to want him to look dominant.
Yeah.
Because if he looked like crap, why would he come back?
Now this is my thing, because I didn't know that. Didn't know he signed a little extension deal. And remember, he even went on record and was saying he twerked his arm. Whatever.
I don't think he's out twerking.
Tweaked. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, sorry, Goldberg. Tweaked his arm the Raw before Survivor Series. So you remember we said he thought so. He's probably going to job
he felt
to
like
Lesnar.
He got hit by a truck.
So I think it said he was going to end up dropping to Lesnar. I was like, well, that's kind of stupid to come back and get dominated like. But then it's like, boom, 180, and just didn't see it coming. You know what I mean? And he just takes. It was funny. You see the crowd reaction. Some people were like, oh my god. Then you could tell the people, like especially the kids, that they really didn't know Goldberg. They were like, he just took out Lesnar.
Older ones that were kind of. I was more upset that you ended at 30 minutes before the pay-per-view's over and you built it as a 4-hour show.
Oh yeah. But I knew that was going. You could never expect. Maybe the match should have been 10 minutes, but I knew the match was going to be short.
Or some of it was due to Shane being wheeled out.
Yeah, I knew the match was going to be short. I didn't know it was going to be that short, but I knew it was going to be short. So aftermath of that, obviously, the aftermath. Now Goldberg said, saying that maybe he has one more title run in him, and Stephanie tells him the road to the title is the Royal Rumble, so he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. And upon that statement, we got a reaction from Paul Heyman.
Which was a great promo.
Great promo.
It honestly was. Paul Heyman doing what he does best.
And so Lesnar's going to be in the Royal Rumble, too.
We talked about this on the show, how I would bill it.
And I think they should just do another match, not be in the Rumble. Because they're not going to win. Neither one of them are winning.
All right, let's say you want the match you get at WrestleMania, right? This is how you bill it. Have Goldberg come in at 15, right? Have Brock come in at 20. These two are just tossing people out. Then at 29, 30's getting ready to come out, right?
Yeah.
Goldberg throws Brock out. Brock jumps back in the ring. He's upset. He throws Goldberg out.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, number 30 comes out. He's won the Rumble without even having to fight.
That'd be
and you
pretty
just
good.
set up another feud between Brock and Goldberg.
Or they're both trying to toss each other out, and whoever else is in there flips them over. It'll probably be something like that, obviously.
Right.
WWE.
Have it be like Heath Slater or Bo Dallas.
Oh, that would be ridiculous. Who? See, this is my thing. No, I already know who it's going to be.
Finn?
Yep.
I said that. Have Finn number 30.
Yeah.
And have him come out to the ring. Nobody's there. He won the Rumble.
This is his time.
And he tweaked his shoulder. You don't have to worry about him taking bumps.
I love that man.
That's exactly who's probably going to. I think that's who's winning the Rumble this year.
Well, yeah, give him his WrestleMania moment. Give him the title he never lost.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what they're. I feel that's what they're going to do. If he's back in time by the Rumble,
he'll be back. They're already saying he's ahead of schedule as of right now.
That's good. So obviously, that's obviously he was going to win. So look at Ange over here smiling. She's like, yes, he's winning.
You can have him. I'll take his wife.
In my book, every day.
She said in my book every day. Oh my God! When we come back, we're still gonna talk the WWE, talk a little bit of Raw, a little bit of SmackDown, upcoming pay-per-view here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of Sports Talk Radio here on ScoreOnAir.com.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered. Are you ready for some football? The new generation of Sports Talk Radio breaks down every game.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Matty Ice here, proud alum of the Ohio Media School. Get the training you need to get a job you will love. The Ohio Media School has classes in radio, television, sports broadcasting, and film and video production. Visit beonair.com today to get started. That's beonair.com.
NWA Midwest Championship Wrestling is looking for interns. Have you heard of Ric Flair? Well, this is the company that brought you Ric Flair before he went to the WWE, and we're looking for interns to work behind the scenes hand in hand with production, with audio, with video, and with podcasts and radio. Contact Damon Dury, the big dog, at 740-971-3968.
Nasty's Sports Bar in Reynoldsburg is under new management. Located at 6150 East Main Street, the home for Taco Tuesday is rejuvenated and the home for great food and family fun. Nasty's Sports Bar is a great place for happy hour, serving $2 domestics, $3 glasses of wine, and $5 appetizers, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call 614-864-2827 to find out the daily specials. Nasty's. Great food, family fun, with a cool name.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, campus director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
The new generation of sports talk radio. Here's your ScoreOnAir.com Score Center update.
Aaron Campbell here with your Score Center update. The Ohio High School Football State Championships are being played in the Shoe this weekend. Bishop Hartley will go up against Steubenville, and Hartley is looking to secure a win to honor their retiring assistant coach Chuck Wooten. Wooten has been a coach for 40 years, and Hartley has made it to state title games in his last 2 seasons. The Cleveland Cavaliers dropped their second straight game to the LA Clippers and are looking to bounce back when they travel to Chicago to face Dwayne Wade and the Chicago Bulls. LeBron James will pay off a bet he made with Wade regarding the World Series. He has to wear a full Cubs uniform to the arena tonight. I'm sure you'll be able to find plenty of shots of that debacle on the internet. Watch the action on ESPN. The Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Colorado Avalanche in Denver on Thursday. Bob McElligott had the call on the Columbus Blue Jackets radio network.
Atkinson backhanded pass. There's a score. Cam Atkinson throws it in front. The Blue Jackets were able to tuck it in, and just like that, they're back on top. It is a 3-2 game. Oh, ain't that the Cats' pajamas?
The Jackets will travel to Arizona and battle the Coyotes. Puck drops at 8 o'clock. Fox Sports will have your television coverage. And finally, Tiger Woods goes into the weekend at the Hero Challenge playing alone and in last place. Woods was paired with Justin Rose, the former last place holder, but Rose had to withdraw from the event due to a back injury. All eyes will be on Tiger this weekend as he returns from a 15-month PGA Tour absence. You can get all the latest sports news, scores, and updates here on The Score, the new generation of sports talk radio.
Broadcasting from the Score On Air studios at the Ohio Media School in Columbus, Ohio. Your home for all the latest sports news and talk. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Get the sports you want, when you want. Broadcasting all day and night. Your home for the latest sports news and updates. You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Everybody, welcome back to Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio, ScoreOnAir.com, the only combat sports radio show here on The Score. I'm still joined by Mr. James Ham from over at Hill and Face. They're on every Monday, every Monday and Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. Of course, our lovely producer, Yo.
Ayo.
Ayo. I'm sorry, Ayo. I don't. You gotta put the sound effect on here too.
We have it for the WWE show.
Yeah, they have it for the heel and face. If you hear it, it's got Scott Hall. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Serve. You got. See, we got to start doing the survey says. Well, hey, that's what we'll start doing when we do the top this list.
Okay.
We'll put that soundbite on there. Survey says.
I say we use the Steve Harvey one.
One more for the good guys. Anyway, I think we finished up on Goldberg and Lesnar. So who do you think? God. So who do you think wins it? I think you think they're gonna give. But obviously you think Lesnar's going to win it overall.
No, I think they're still going to give it to Goldberg. Let Goldberg be the one guy that the Beast could not conquer.
Yeah, exactly. I think everybody has the one person they couldn't beat.
Yeah.
There's one
John
person.
Cena's is AJ.
Stone Cold's was Bret Hart.
He beat Bret for a title, though.
He never beat Bret, ever.
I thought he did.
Never.
Fact check.
That's the one guy he never ever beat. He never beat Bret in a match. Unless it was like, a ghost match or something like that or a house show. But that was never televised. But televised why he never beat Bret.
I know they wrestled at WrestleMania 13.
I've seen every episode.
Yeah, and he lost. But all their the Survivor Series, the first Survivor Series of 1996 is the first time they wrestled, and he lost that. Remember, he was calling Hitman out of retirement and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
You were too young to remember that guy. Jeez. I was 15. When
Right,
that
that's
happened.
the problem. I was like 5. No, wait a minute. I was born in '84, so yeah,
I was 15. I was teen. Oh man, I was a teenager during the Attitude Era. That was like the best.
Right, I
thing
was
ever, dude. Like
preteen.
just driving and everything. Oh my God, it was just like, and that was the culture at the time. We were rebellious. My teenage years, we were just like, authority. We had
Anarchy.
and we had Stone Cold and DX to help us through it. It was just like The Rock, and it was just like that's why all that worked at that time, because. I mean, how many people would just want to, tell their boss to go,
right,
flip them
that
off?
was the whole point of it.
Like, that's just the time we were, like, people were just like, ugh. I mean, not that people don't feel that way now, but I mean, everybody's a little more tame now. It's not super rebellious like it was now.
It's PG.
Yeah, it's PG. Not just mean society, period. You know what I mean?
It's PC.
Yeah. That's what it, yeah, you're right. That's what everything is. You can't really say what you want to say anymore without.
Well, we can on.
Not everybody can be Donald.
Heel and face and Tyson's Punchout.
Yeah.
Within FCC regulations.
Yeah. But, well, you can listen to my podcast. I'm just saying that. It'll be uploaded next week. First 5 episodes. So make sure you guys tune into that. Look on my Facebook page, my regular Facebook page.
Is it PG rated?
Actually, no. Look, I'll be making a Facebook page this weekend. No. This is uncensored, uncut.
I'm down.
Anything and everything you want to
In the
say.
words of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, I talk about what I talk
look alone. Look, she's
Look.
giving me. You're too young.
Look,
Okay.
yeah. But
If
I
you
mean,
don't know who Hacksaw Jim Duggan is, she's too young, bro.
yeah, too young, bro. She's too young, bro. I mean, I talk about everything I talk about on here, plus like movies, TV, video games, and just everything in general. You know what I mean? Relationships, women.
Ooh, what you got to say about women, though?
Oh, you have to listen.
You have to listen.
You have to listen to the podcast for that. I'm just saying that. Like I said, I'll upload the first 5 episodes. I just got done producing them finally this week, so I didn't want to upload. I didn't want to get the show started until I at least got 5 on there. You know what I mean?
Which will give you time to get more.
More, yeah, and then I'll put one up every
How
week.
long
after
are
that.
they? An hour, 2 hours?
Generally about an hour. Around there, 2 episodes. I split one up that was like an hour and 20. I split up into 240s just so I can get 240s. I mean, yeah, that's right. Yeah, just so I can get 5 episodes. I was at 4, and the guy I kind of do it with, he's not able to do it all the time. But I'm gonna start doing it when I start getting them up. I'm gonna start doing one every week. But anyway, sorry about that. Just wanted to promote my podcast there just a little bit.
Just a little plug.
I'm
Pluggy
just
plug.
saying that. That's what it's called. I'm just saying that. But anyway,
I'm just saying that ... ellipsis.
Look, she's trying to give me ideas already. She already changed my alias
Sorry.
to a better thing. Actually, I was like,
TPO?
Oh, okay,
no, the Kureka. She thought it was. Is it C Eureka? And I was like, I kind of like that. C Eureka. It's a long.
Like Wreck-It Ralph.
Like, well, this is the thing. The Kureka alias comes from a WWE thing, actually, a WWE story. It was actually my name, my wrestling name, for the first Tough Enough back in 2001 that I auditioned for.
Really?
Yes, that's where it comes from. Oh man, I would. Oh my
You
god!
still got the audition tape?
I wish. Oh my god! Because you had to sit. Because keep in mind, this is 2001. We didn't have
VHS tape.
Yes, it was VHS. We didn't have digital everything in 2001 like it is now.
I bet you WWE's got it.
Oh, they got it. I was like, oh my god, I wish I had those.
That's
I
gonna
want
make
that.
me
I would
go
pay
on
for
YouTube.
that. I would pay for that back. It was so hilarious. The editing and everything was just like hilarious. My cousin that's been on here, Saint Dominic. He was the one filming it, and I was like wrestling him on there a little. Oh my god, I wish I had that tape again. It was just hilarious. But anyway, I digress. Sorry guys, getting off topic here. Like I said, the holiday got me stuff full of food, so I gotta ease back into it, get all uncomfy. The way, not that I'm not comfortable here, but anyways, this past week Raw had Roman Reigns. He had a good match between him and Kevin Owens. If he won, he got a title shot. So I guess they're gonna have a title shot next week. He's gonna have a title shot for the Universal title.
It'll be at the which one are we talking about? Roman.
Yeah.
The title shot's at Roadblock.
Is it?
Yep.
They're saving it for that? I could have sworn they were doing. They said it was for next week on.
They're going to do it for Roadblock.
Okay.
Because
Well, that makes sense.
The local show's already billing it.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes. God, I mean, okay. So what do you do with the U.S. title? Are they? Well, I mean, are they giving it the title to
have him drop the title to Jericho? So Jericho and Rollins has a title to fight for.
Or Owens?
Yeah.
You think they're about to split them up?
Oh, they already did. Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
they already did.
Yeah, they did. Basically, yeah. And of course, if you missed the main event, well, it wasn't the main event. It got turned into the main event with Sasha and Charlotte. They were this past Raw was in Charlotte, North Carolina, Flair country, and it ended on a double count out. The initial match, yeah, and Foley comes out, says no, this because I guess they're trying to end their rivalry, and it's not going to end like that.
They're trying to make this too much like Trish and Lita.
They are, and I mean the match. Oh my god, though that main event was.
Oh, it was a great match.
Outstanding. Sasha regains the title. I kind of felt that too. I was like, because if Charlotte beat her in her hometown, it would only be gratifying that Sasha beats her for the title in Charlotte. Charlotte in Charlotte.
The only problem that I had was the dad coming out.
Ric Flair
coming out to congratulate
endorse
Sasha.
her. Yeah. I mean, I was okay with it, but I still was kind of like, that I don't know. It's Flair country. I have a connection to Flair.
Charlotte did it to herself when she said, I'm going to make it to where I'm the only champion ever to come out of Charlotte.
Yeah, she's kind of just bad mouth. Your dad's Ric Flair, honey. Come on now.
Right.
Woo! You got a long way to go before you can upstage the Nature Boy. I also heard, also the New Day defended their titles.
Won in heel fashion by pulling the tights.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it. They're reaching the, landmark title reign of Demolition coming up. So that's going to be
There might
good.
be some inside sources saying Demolition's coming back to be the one that New Day beats.
Really?
Can't confirm or anything, but that is an insider tip coming to the Heel and Face show.
I don't think they should lose till Mania or Rumble. Should definitely be something like that. When we come back, we'll finish up the WWE talk and go into the top this list segment of the show here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio on ScoreOnAir.com.
Football is back, and the Score has you covered.
Are you ready for some football?
The new generation of sports talk radio breaks down every game.
Are you ready for some football?
Only on ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Listen to ScoreOnAir.com for your chance to win. Every Friday, we will be giving away a prize pack, and here's how you can qualify. Send us a message with your name, phone number, email, and date of birth to our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Just search Your Score on Air, or you can call or text any of our live shows at 614-641-0674 and tell them you want to win. It's that easy. A new winner will be selected every Friday at 7 p.m. This is your home for the new generation of sports talk radio and weekly prize giveaways. ScoreOnAir.com. The Score.
Hey guys, Scott Shelton here again, Campus Director for the Ohio Media School. Are you looking for a career in media, radio, television, sports broadcasting, or film and video production? You need to come check out the Ohio Media School's Columbus campus. You want a job that you will love, and we have the training to get you started. Stop by the Ohio Media School's audio and video studios to check out the opportunities and internships that we have for our students and graduates. Call 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com.
Tune into The League with Taylor and Greg every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. on scoreonair.com. It's your home for stupid sound effects, lukewarm sports takes, and a bunch of people talking about nothing.
Is that a thing?
I think it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. We're going to make it a thing.
We're going to make it a thing. I don't care. It's a thing now.
Only on The League, right here on scoreonair.com, the new generation of sports talk radio, The Score.
Are you someone who has always dreamed of a career in sports media? The Ohio Media School now offers a 6-month sports emphasis program to prepare you for a whole new career. Whether it's radio or television, play-by-play or production, the Ohio Media School has you covered. You will receive training from professionals that are actually in the industry. The Ohio Media School will get you where you need to be for a successful career in this exciting, expanding field. To schedule a visit, call 614-655-5250 or go to beonair.com. Stop dreaming about a career in sports and make it a reality at the Ohio Media School.
Join former Buckeye Roy Hall and the Driven Foundation Saturday, December 17th at Moeller Elementary School for the 8th Annual Holiday Food Outreach Event.
A good linebacker is seeking out the running back. He's not waiting for the running back to run him over to come to him. He is seeking out the running back. But so many times in life, we wait for things to come to us. It's not a priority for us to give every single moment of our lives. No matter what you're doing, you should always be giving.
Make a $25 donation that will feed a family for 1 week. Log on to staydriven.org today.
You're listening to the home of heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping sports. Broadcasting from Ohio Media School in the greatest city in the state. In the greatest state in the country.
In the greatest country in the world.
You're listening to ScoreOnAir.com.
Tyson's Punchout. Check it out every Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. live on ScoreOnAir.com.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Tyson's Punchout, where we talk mixed martial arts, boxing, and wrestling entertainment. Make sure you... All right, everybody, welcome back to the final segment here on Tyson's Punchout, part of the new generation of sports talk radio here on ScoreOnAir.com. I'm so sorry if you wanted to join the talk. I have not said it, and I apologize. Give us a call, 614-641-0674. We're about to do the top this list. But first, just a few pointers we missed. They may be bringing the Elimination Chamber back.
They are.
They are?
Yep.
Okay. Which is good. I love the match, but I love it when it tells a story, not being a pay-per-view. That's just my prerogative.
They're talking about maybe adding the women this time around.
They're just giving the women all the chances in the world now. That's what's up. And
Revolution.
if you missed 205, the main event was Swan beating Kendrick for the Cruiserweight title.
Right.
Pretty good match. Good for him.
Decent match. Yeah.
Cruiserweights are always awesome to watch if you are a fan of professional wrestling and WWE. This week's top of the list, this show's top this list is top 5 fantasy matches in WWE or wrestling that have never happened.
This is gonna be iffy.
So my list, I have my number 5. I have Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle.
I'll agree with that. I will actually agree with that.
That. And my matches, now keep in mind, my matches, you can, like I said, Mr. James Hand will do what his or be. Mine I base mine off of matches that actually could have happened, and they just did it for politic and timing reasons. Is the only reason they didn't happen.
Right.
Not some like, Macho Man versus CM Punk. Like, okay, obviously that wasn't what happened because of the age difference.
Right.
You know what I mean? Macho Man would have been well past his prime if he had ever wrestled CM Punk. So mine in the confines of Bret Hart and Kurt Angle were active at the same time. So that could have. Oh my God, the technical brilliance of that match that could have been. My God. What do you have for number 5?
I'm gonna take the same thing. I agree with it. Yeah.
Kurt Angle, Bret Hart. Yeah, I mean, man, Olympic gold medals versus the excellence of execution. Who did they give that match to? We'll decide winners as quickly as we can.
I would probably say at this point you'd give it to Kurt.
Because
Bret Hart had everything in the company.
They
he had
probably
done
would've.
everything,
I
seen
think
everything,
so.
done every.
At that
person.
time, it would have been 98, 99 would have been the perfect time for them to have done it. They'd have gave it to Kurt at that time.
Yeah.
They definitely would have. Number 4, Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold.
This one I wouldn't have wanted to see personally.
Really?
Only because Hogan, Austin, not really
It
the
was
same.
supposed to happen at WrestleMania 18.
It was, but they decided
Stone
to go
Cold
with The
said
Rock.
because Stone Cold said he wouldn't drop the ball to Hogan. Or no, it was somebody didn't want to drop the ball to somebody.
It was probably Hogan didn't want to
Yeah.
drop a match, and that's how Hogan is.
Yeah.
But I would probably
Yeah,
put
that is what it was. So
I would probably put Stone Cold and Goldberg here.
well, over their match. No, see, that's why I have it as number 4 because it's a match I would have wanted to see.
No,
Lower
I'm
than
saying
that.
this is where I put Stone Cold and Goldberg at.
Okay.
At
Oh, you put him at
4.
number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you give Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold to?
Give it to Stone Cold. Hulk Hogan had already done everything in the business.
But he was coming back. Keep in mind.
Yeah, but Stone Cold was on the upshoot.
Not in 02. Kind of on the downshoot.
Yeah, but Hogan was still on the downshoot too.
Actually, he was going up. Because remember, he's coming back. Keep in mind, put him in the place of where The Rock. He was in The Rock. Keep in mind how big it would have been in Toronto. The fans cheer over. That would have been, whoo, man.
I still would have gave it to Stone Cold.
You know what? No, it would have been like Warrior and Hogan. It would have been that kind of crowd reaction. Because, like, Rock got booed. But I don't think the fans would have, they wouldn't have booed.
I think
they wouldn't have booed Stone Cold. They
I
wouldn't
think
have
I
did
would have still gave it to Stone Cold.
Oh, you mean the win? Yeah. I mean the win? Yeah. I think it's still that. But I imagine the crowd reaction. It would have been just like Warrior and Hogan. It really would have been. Okay. Now, number 3 is what you just said. I had Stone Cold and Goldberg.
Knowing Vince, he would have gave it to Stone Cold. Because Goldberg being a WCW
Oh, yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Same way he did Sting and Triple H.
Yeah. That's just the way it would have went. Who would have went to? I mean, Goldberg would have won. To me, if you're talking WCW, Goldberg versus Stone Cold, I'd have gave it to Goldberg all day.
See, with this list, you're putting me in the vice because a couple of the fantasy matchups I would like to see, there's a couple of them not even here anymore.
And could it have had? No, see, I mean, Stone Cold was on his way out when Goldberg came.
I mean, let's just say, I know people hate this name. Let's just hypothetically put Chris Benoit. He's gone now, but would he have been still wrestling at this point?
For when?
Like now.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Which throws a couple of my fantasy matchups way off the board that I can't even use them now.
Yeah. Now, okay, so you had Stone Cold. I got Goldberg for that one. As far as winning,
right?
Number 2, which is probably be more people's number 1, Undertaker versus Sting.
Yeah, that's my number 1. Being a diehard wrestling fan, and I wouldn't want to see it now. I would, yes, but I would have liked to see it. American Badass.
Really? No,
Taker
it's gotta be Dead Man
versus Joker Sting from TNA.
No, I gotta have Crow. I want Crow Sting versus Dead Man. That's what I would have
like
wanted.
To see Joker Sting versus the Dead Man.
Sting versus Sting beating the NWO. That Sting versus Undertaker throwing Foley off the cell. Them two, that would have been a good Mania.
You would have made money off of it.
Man, so good. Who do you give it to?
You'd have to give it to Taker.
If it was
if it was at Mania.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because at this time it would have been the heart of the street.
Okay, so we'll do it like that. Okay, we'll do it in each different version. My version, who wins? Taker.
Yeah.
Your version.
It'd be Taker.
American Badass versus Joker.
I'd give it to Sting.
Can we say yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would give it to Sting at that point.
Okay.
Just because of the whole it's showtime kind of insanity Sting.
Okay. Now.
So
Taker.
Yeah.
I say Taker still.
And it's still the thing with Vince and WWE, WCW. He did it with Vince.
That'd be a great swerve if they did it.
Look at Triple H.
Maybe he retires.
I would have liked to see Sting beat Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that should have happened.
Or at least Sting get the title one time before he retired.
One of the two. Well, I think he was supposed to before he got injured. I think he was supposed to beat Rollins. I really think he was.
Buckle bombs.
Man. Game whiplash. Okay, so, and my number 1, just because these are my number 1 and number 2 wrestlers of all time, and it's a match that could have and should have happened, but timing threw this from ever happening off.
Injuries.
Not injured. Well, Sean, yes. What I might as well say HBK versus The Rock. How these two didn't have. It's just like it's sad this never happened.
The thing was, this is where I had my toss up with number 1, number 2. I've said this one was my number 1, didn't I? Or no, this is my number 2. The Undertaker and Sting was my number 2 with you. My number 1 is Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles, which is still possibly being talked about them doing at Royal Rumble this year.
That's still possible.
I mean,
yeah,
you're
we
looking
talked
at
about that. Yeah, that is still.
Shawn Michaels is getting older, yes, but you know what? You bring AJ Styles back,
and that's my thing. Like Shawn's older, and Shawn. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people agree that Shawn coming back in 2002 was a better wrestler than Shawn in the 90s.
I think he was.
I agree and I disagree.
He was more technical.
I don't think so. This is my thing. I like the Shawn of the 90s. I like the brass Shawn. That's my Shawn. But
that's also coming from a DX guy.
But this is my thing. I'm more click than even DX. But Shawn of 2002 to 2010, he jobbed everybody, and I didn't like that. I did not like that. You know, like 90 Shawn, he's not losing to anybody. He wouldn't have lost to half the guys.
He was helping putting that young talent over.
That, but not even he was giving away matches. Like the Kurt Angle match. He let Kurt win that, and Kurt was like, he's like, I think you should win with the Kurt. Man, you don't understand. I was super PO when he tapped out at Mania. I was like, Shawn tapping out at Mania. Are you kidding? I was like, I'm never watching wrestling again. I was that mad. I remember I was like, of course I did, but I was that PO. My cousin was like, he's like, you're really not watching? I'm like, I am done. Well, I don't even watch the main event right now. I'm gonna watch the main event though. But
I mean, AJ.
I was but this is the thing because I read his book and Shawn gave his, and that's why I was like, okay, he gave his reason why. He's like, well, no, if you're gonna beat me, you should beat me with your best move. I should tap out to the ankle lock, and I'm like, Shawn said it. I guess I'm
all
okay.
Right, we'll go with yours being HBK and Rock. Who wins?
Oh God! Now this is my thing.
We'll take 90 Shawn and
there's 2 versions we can do. There are 2 versions.
We'll do
90 Shawn because 90 Shawn got injured, and that's when The Rock rose.
Okay.
That HBK would have won.
Okay.
That HBK would have won. Now you got 02 Shawn that just came back, and you got Rock leaving for Hollywood. You got Rock leaving for Hollywood.
It goes.
I give it to Rock. I think Shawn would have jobbed to him then.
Me, the way I'm looking at AJ Styles is take AJ Styles from TNA.
Yeah.
Versus Shawn Michaels from the 90s.
Ooh.
I'd hate to say it, I think AJ is a lot more, just not by much, just a little, John Jones is over.
I don't know. Well, that's the list for this week, you guys. Hope you agree with it. If you have your own, hey, you can always put it up on the page. I would love to see your list. Thank you for once again. Hope you come back next week, every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. here on ScoreOnAir.com, the only combat show here, part of the new generation of Sports Talk Radio. I'm out. See you next week.
Watch your Tough Enough finale tonight.
Yes, Tough Enough out tonight. Finale night on for the UFC, right?
Yeah, FXX.
Yeah, FXX.
Or FX.
Have a good night, y'all.
Have a great weekend.
Be a safe week. Have a safe weekend.